Hey Health Warriors, Lindsey Smorch here, and today is Health Warrior Wednesday. I wanted to take just a couple minutes today and talk with you about stress, especially since this is a holiday week or a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure some of you might be experiencing a little bit of stress. But really, if you think about it, it's not the holidays necessarily anymore only when we experience stress. We pretty much are experiencing stress every single day of our life. And why is that? Well, recently I was at a workshop and I was talking to a woman from Tampa, a yoga instructor, about this. And we were talking about meditation because recently I have upped my game in meditation and have been pretty disciplined about setting aside time each morning to meditate. And she was saying how she didn't have time to do that. So I started thinking, why is it that, we have to do, we have to take care of our family, we have to take care of our animals, we have to do our jobs, we have to take care of the house, we have to respond to all these demands in our lives, and now on top of everything, we have to meditate? What's up with that? Well, if you think about it, as I was in that moment, I'm like, well, think about it. Today, say this is your day. These are things that you have to think about every day. So you wake up in the morning, and most people, sadly, one of the first things they do in the morning is they grab their phone and they have to check their emails because of course they have to respond to them or at least see what's going on first thing in the morning. Then they have to see if anybody texts them, even though it might be 5 o'clock in the morning. And then they have to check their Facebook because they have to see what their best friends and their not so best friends did overnight and what they're doing today. Then they have to check their Instagrams. And then if they're feeling like they want some creativity, they might want to get on Pinterest for a while. And then inevitably somewhere in there they're going to get lost on the line. Well, there alone is like a ton of time wasted, not to mention all the stimulation going on all over the brain. Well, then they say, oh my gosh, I've wasted all this time. I have to make my coffee. Forgot about making my coffee. Well, maybe that'll wait till after I exercise. I should fit some meditation in there. Then I have to make breakfast. Then I have to get the kids up and ready for school. Then I have to drop the kids off at school. Then I have to go home and I have to get ready for work. And forgot about the animals. Gotta feed the animals, gotta feed the cats and dogs, or if you're like us, we have horses too. Gotta take care of the horses because they're depending on you. Then you gotta clean up the kitchen. Or if there's no time, you save it, and then you have to clean up the kitchen later and later and later again. So then you get to work, and then guess what? You gotta check your emails again. You've got calls you have to make. Then you have to plan for dinner. You gotta eat, so you gotta have lunch sometime. You have meetings that you have to go to. You have taxes you have to think about. You have bills you have to pay. You have groceries that you have to get. You have a house you have to clean. Oh, you forgot about your relationships. Certainly you have relationships with your family and friends. You want to make sure you give them time. And then you want to learn, you want to educate yourself a little bit, so you might do a little bit of reading. And then somewhere in here, hopefully, you'll find some time to have some sort of fun. Anyway, this is your day. And you can see that we're living today in a world where a lot of this stuff wasn't even necessary a long time ago because we didn't have the technology for it. If you think about years ago, people got up in the morning, they ate breakfast, they went out into the fields, and they worked out in nature. They worked on the farm, they harvested, they planted, they took care of the animals, and then they came back in and ate and they did their chores and so on. But we didn't have all this information coming at us so fast all the time. So they had some quiet time in their mind when they were out with the animals, when they were on the farm. They had a time to clear their mind where stuff wasn't coming at them so fast. But that's not the case today. So unfortunately today, our minds, our brains, I should say, are firing so fast all over the place that they're incoherent. And it makes it really hard to think clearly, to focus, and to train your brain to not go into stress mode, not go into fight or flight mode. So we do have to have tools like meditation, like breathing, that can help calm the mind, get it in a zone where it can quiet down a little bit, and then you can think more clearly. You don't have to go into fight or flight mode, and you'll find you can adapt to things much more easily. So next week I'll be sharing some tips on meditation or other options for quieting the mind. But in the meantime, this week, even if it's just 5 minutes, you can go online on YouTube and find some pretty cool, quick meditation videos that are guided, that can help you sit through 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or more if you're willing to get your mind in a state that's a little bit better prepared to face the day and deal with everything that's coming at it. So let me know what you think about what you do to quiet your mind and handle the stresses and the distractions that are coming at you all day. So I will see you next week on Health Warrior Wednesday.